All right, hey guys, it's a beautiful day for music. It's a wonderful day for sound. Marcus Hawkins here. Today I'm going to do a sort of a frequently asked questions type of thing. Let's jump right into the jams. First question: where did you march? So I went to school, high school, first of all, small school, kind of middle to South Georgia over here on the East Coast. It was called Baldwin High School. Loved my time there. Had awesome educators and things. I went to Jacksonville State University. It's a small college in the foothills of Alabama, the friendliest campus in the South. Absolutely loved my time there. Did way too much stuff, every single ensemble possible, every single ministry that was in town. I played for 4 or 5 churches and things. Really awesome time there, and I learned a lot from a lot of my professors, and mainly a lot of the students who went there. The community of percussion is extremely strong there, and I've never seen anything like it in any other place. I marched outside of that as far as extracurricular places, Spirit Drum and Bugle Corps in 2004. In 2005 and 6, I marched Music City Mystique. It's a WGI group out of Nashville, Tennessee. Absolutely changed my life. The instructors, the people there, just the vibe. Is something that I'll definitely hold dear to my memories forever. Really, really, really cool people. How can I get faster? There's a few different ways that I think about getting faster. Way number one is just sheer chops, right? Like just playing doubles for a long time, playing triple strokes, playing singles, things of that particular nature for a long time on rebounded surfaces and on non-rebounded surfaces. So get on a pillow and just work out those wrists, and then get on the rebound surface, so something that bounces like your drum pad or your actual drum, and just work those things out. Just feel it pushing back in your hands. So just sheer chops is one way to get faster. Way number two is just straight up finesse. You don't necessarily need muscle capacity to have chops. What you need is the ability to manipulate the stick. And what that means is that you can work with your stick, you can work with your rebounded surface in order to move your stick a lot faster, as opposed to just pure force. So that's the way I think about it. You can do a lot of finger sort of exercises, kind of fast twitch, kind of muscle exercises will kind of really help you out. Um, I have 3 or 4 kind of chop out videos that are on my page now. I have one called Chinese Finger Trap that you can sort of check out, and maybe another one. I'll probably see if I can post it in the comments down below. That'll help you out with getting faster. Next question: why do your videos look so awesome? Well, first of all, thank you for that. I have a production company. It's called MarcusHawkinsMedia.com. You can go look it up and things. I mainly do corporate stuff. I do a lot of event capture. So I record orchestra concerts, band concerts. I used to be a band director at one point. So I'm really passionate about music education, and I really find it important that I offer a good service to those people at a very nice price. So I have all of the equipment already. Sometimes some of my videos will look a little bit better than others. It's just that after I pack a lot of my stuff up, it just takes a whole lot of time for me to kind of set up a scene and for it to look for real good. As opposed to me just kind of bringing out a camera and a light or something like that. So I do have a whole lot of equipment. I have a full kind of studio of preamps and a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of different lights. I have 5 cameras that I use to record all of my events and things. So thank you for that. What pad do I use? I will tell you this, and then there's sort of a slight caveat to it. I had a band parent years and years ago that wanted to do something for me, so they ordered me a Zymox pad. This is a Zymox ID pad. It has like my name on it down here and things. Turns out that this pad is extremely similar to heavy hitter pads, and I absolutely love this pad. I've had a bunch of other types of pads before. The problem is that there's a bunch of different ethical dilemmas when it comes to that particular company. I'm sure you can look it up for yourself, but I would highly suggest that you go with something like heavy hitter or maybe some of the other products out there. So I happen to like this pad that is very, very similar to a stock pad. But yeah, just go pick one and go for it. Your pad is not going to make you a better percussionist. It's just a tool that you'll use, hopefully, for years and years and years, that will aid you in you getting better and things. Next question: what sticks do I use? So I have an educational endorsement through Vic Firth. So the sticks I've currently been using for about, I guess, the past 2 or so years are the Roger Carters. I really like, as far as these sticks, they're not super heavy and they're not weighted that much differently than some of the other sticks that I kind of use on a daily basis. I play a whole lot of drum set and a lot of other types of percussion, not necessarily on this channel, but in my sort of real life. So when I'm playing with those other sticks and I have to switch to some kind of bigger sticks in order to give some of this rudimental kind of education on this particular channel, the feeling isn't too different for me. Where some of the other sticks that I played when I was actually marching, when I was kind of playing rudimental kind of drums on a daily basis, I really liked those, but it's just the difference between going from a smaller stick with a slightly different type of weight distribution and then trying to pick up something bigger. It was too much of a gap for me to feel comfortable and be able to kind of get through some material and things. So that's why I really like these, the Roger Carters by Vic Firth. You can see these are worn out. I play with these all the time and things. Next question. Why did I start this channel? Even though I had amazing music educators when I was in high school, that's exactly what they were. And it's important to say this because I know some people out there who are watching this are kind of in the same boat. Just because you can physically play things, like if you can outplay your instructor or your teacher, it means nothing because they are, I can guarantee you, a better musician than you. They know more about music, they know more about shaping sounds, shaping phrases, manipulating tones, pitch, intonation, texture, balance. They know more about all that kind of stuff. So I was blessed and lucky to be in a situation where, sure, I had some chops when I was younger, but my instructors heavily imparted upon me the idea of playing music first. So just because I could play drums doesn't mean that I was good. They really kind of uh, really drilled it in that music was kind of the main thing. So with me saying that, the internet really saved my hands to a certain extent because I would sit and watch North Texas videos. This is extremely a long, long time ago. People like Jeff Queen. There were only a few videos out there with people kind of playing up close snare drum, and I could see how their left hand was moving. I could really see how they were flowing through certain rudiments, how they were playing, placing their grace notes and things like that. So um, I made this channel for people like me who didn't necessarily have access to drum corps, upper level, very specific instruction, who have good music teachers but kind of need to bridge that gap with getting specific percussion instruction. That's why I made this page for those type of people, and all of my stuff is completely free. Speaking of that, if you do want to support this page, it really helps me out. If you go check out my Patreon, it helps me to continue to make some of these videos. Moving on. When is the next chop out video? First of all, the chop out videos take a little bit of a long time to sort of make. And I'll explain to you the process. I have some ideas as far as the tempo and the types of things I want to do in a particular video. And then I'll a lot of times just play it with the click or the metronome in my ear within that type of setting. So the backing track that you hear in the finished product is not there. What I'll do then is when I go into post-production or editing, when I put it in my computer, I will reverse engineer it and come up with that track. I use Logic Pro X. So I'll come up in that track in Logic and I'll play a lot of the parts in and I'll go back through and kind of multi-track it. You'll notice that a lot of those chop out videos are around like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes or so long. And that's a lot of music material to kind of go back and comb through and kind of layer up to make it sound like a legitimate track. Obviously, I'm not spending a crazy amount of time on it, but it does take a good amount of time for me to sort of make those videos. That's thing number one. Thing number two is I actually have to work my hands up to get to the point where I can play some of that stuff. The high school and college Marcus could completely slam me now. Now, I'm a better musician now because I just know more about sound and textures and all of these other types of things out there dealing with music education. But as far as just sheer physical chops, I mean, it's like half of what it used to be. So in order for me to put out a chop out video, I really have to sit down and really kind of get my hands back up. It really only takes like a few days, like a week of just straight up playing for like an hour or two kind of every day. And then I'll try to film it after that when my hands start to kind of feel awake again and things as far as from a pure physical standpoint and stuff. It looks like that was the last question. So, hey, thank you for checking out this frequently asked questions. If you have any questions that you want to get answered in the next one, which I don't know when it'll be, but with the next one, definitely ask it in the comments below. And as always, it's a beautiful day for music. It's a wonderful day for sound. I'll see you guys in the next video.